What's up, everyone? Phil back again. Phil the Kaiju King here in my collection room. I'm going to do a quick video on these guys. Going to do several videos probably. Start off with these two. This is the the Playmates. Pardon me, Playmates. Battle War versions of Godzilla and Skar King from the movie coming out in March. Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. They're called Battle War because they do roar. And here's Godzilla. When he opens his mouth when you push this button. And then Skar King. Very similar to the Kong that I did a video on a week or so ago. The Battle War Kong. And premise that they push the button on them and they roar and their mouths do open. Skar King's kind of like the Kong. His mouth opens kind of. Godzilla's opens pretty wide though there actually. If you look at it compared to the Skar King and the Kong. They're not bad little figures here. Godzilla, of course, in his Buff Daddy mode there, the evolved Godzilla. The pink dorsal plates, pink spikes on the end of the tail like a stegosaurus almost. Pretty unique for Godzilla. The sculpts aren't bad for what they are, like I've said before. At the end of the day, these are a kid's toy. They're the first figures that's come out for this movie. But they're not overall too bad. Godzilla's skin is primarily the charcoal grayish color there. It's got the little pink spikes on the elbow there. We've seen that on Godzilla -1 as well. Has those spikes on his elbows. But he don't look too bad. Everything, the dorsal plate's pink, of course. The eye's pink. He's the fully formed, evolved Godzilla in this status right there. Skar King, of course, he's got your burnt orange color with the white toes and white hands and white face, partially. And he's got his whip slash wrapped around him. I'm sure this one may or may not come off like the 11-inch version. I'm not going to really take it off at this time. I think it looks pretty cool wrapped around him, though. Pretty wild. Like I said previous, to me, that really looks like a skull crawler skull, though. On that whip, the handle there, or it really looks like a skull crawler skull, which it could be because he was in the Hollow Earth, and that's where the skull crawlers are. So, but he's got predominantly burnt orange with the white patches on his chest, on his arms, on his face. Of course, he don't look too bad. The sculpting of the hair on him and stuff, and the scales on Godzilla's body is not terrible. We'll move on to some some comparisons real quick. Let's do that now. All right, everyone, here's my Godzilla 1964B from X Plus, 25 centimeters, so he's about 10 inches tall. That looks about right. They're about 7, so I'd say that's pretty close. All right, one more quick comparison. Let's do that now. All right, everyone, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the Battle War Kong. So these are all 3 of the Battle War figures that's been released so far that I'm aware of. Pardon me. Got Godzilla evolved, Kong, and Skar King. All right, I'll move on to some final thoughts. Let's do that now. All right, everyone. Playmates 7-inch Battle War versions of Godzilla evolved and Skar King. They're not too bad. They're pretty neat little figures. Nice to have something from the upcoming movie. That's why I basically got most of these Playmates line, because these are the first ones. When X Plus comes with theirs, I will probably be grabbing those for sure. I can't wait to see what they do with it. I did have boxes for these, but I pretty much ripped them out of there and threw them away because they're just kind of flimsy little boxes. But I did have the boxes, so I just decided to just pitch them. All right, everyone, I'll close out my video. I want to thank everyone that tunes in. This is Phil the Kaiju King. We'll talk again soon.